Hi, welcome to Jamaican Cooking 101. Today we're making salt mackerel cook up. No, this is not salt mackerel rundown. So let us prep the ingredients and we will be right back. Stay tuned to Jamaican Cooking 101. So I'm still prepping the ingredients. I am chopping some tomatoes, some garlic, sweet peppers of all different colors. I have some scallion, some hot pepper, and we're gonna use all of those in the salt mackerel cook-up. No, I don't think you have to go to the supermarket or to the market to get these things. These things are already at home. So of course, this is a quick and easy breakfast item or lunch or even brunch. Salt mackerel rundown or even cook-up is a traditional Jamaican dish, and it is coming way back from long time, possibly slavery time, because this would have been a pickled dish. It didn't need refrigeration or anything like that, so it would have been ideal for those days when we didn't have refrigerator. So I have all the ingredients fixed up here, bright brilliant colors, and I have already scald the salt mackerel. I had it soaking in vinegar water. Vinegar or lime juice is essential when dealing with seafood, in particular salt mackerel here. Alright, so the skin is easy to slide off, so I'm using the back of the knife just to run along the skin, and it is clearing off the skin. I have the running water going so that it can wash it away as soon as I've scraped it. So I'm being very gentle here, and you could have the salt mackerel soaking from overnight to get rid of some of the excess salt, but remember to add a little vinegar to the water because the smell and taste of the mackerel is very strong, so you want to make sure to tone it down with a bit of citric acid in the form of vinegar or lime juice. Now I'm clearing the gut area, that little dark shade in there. We want to get rid of that because that would be remnants of the gut. Alright, and you make sure to wash it off well. If you want to add some more lime juice or vinegar at this point, not a problem, but I think I've added enough, and so I will skip that until it's time for serving. Alright, now salt mackerel could be had picked up, as we would say. That means you flake it, or you could have it in steaks. So I'm gonna flake some parts of this and use it for another dish, and then I'm gonna show you how to create steaks from what we have left. Now there's a central bone and bones leading off inside the salt mackerel. So when you pick it up, you're essentially taking out these bones, and this probably would be ideal for younger children, but there are some persons who prefer it in the steak format. So you go ahead and just cut nice steaks about 2 inches, and whatever you have left over, we might want to flake it for another dish. Alright, so here I have, and I'm taking out some more bones. Some people like to leave the main bone in it, you know, when the juice and everything come together, it tastes so nice chewing on a few bones. Alright, so let's have some more. Here we have them, some salt mackerel steaks, and we already have our vegetables cut up, so it's time to have a pan heated and add some oil. Alright, let's go for the oil quickly and pour it in the pot. Now we want to use a generous amount of oil, simply because when you're serving up salt mackerel, you need what we call liquid juice, right? Most times we serve out salt mackerel with ground provision and dumplings and that sort of a thing, so you want to have juice to eat the mackerel with. I'm putting a bit of thyme in, and Lord, we stay far and dash it in. but that's fine. Be careful not to get it splashed, the oil splashing. All right, so we have the thyme, and that is infusing in the oil, and we're going in with our chopped vegetables. Now I'm not using all my vegetables, so I'm leaving a bit for when we put the salt mackerel in the pan. All right, so I'm going in with some garlic, tomatoes, sweet pepper, scallions, and onions. Give it a good stir. And oh my gosh, you should be here to smell the kitchen. It is smelling beautiful. All right, so now it's time to add our fish steaks, but we're gonna give that a little time to simmer. And yes, this is the perfect time. I've just added some pimento, some ground pimento. I have 2 large pieces of garlic there, which I'll crush a little later on, and that again will give it a great flavor. If you want, you could squeeze the lemon juice or put some vinegar in at this point, but I'm leaving mine for the end. So I have the steaks here, and I'm laying them out nicely on top of the sauteed vegetables. Give each of them a bit of space so they can create some more juice inside the pot. Now guys, this is really smelling good. Of course, you could have flaked the salt mackerel, but I'm using steaks. I've added the pepper, and now I'm going to be adding some more of the chopped vegetables. So this is like a layering, and you find that will cause the fish to take on a lot more flavor. So we're gonna cover the pot and have that simmer a bit. But before I do so, I've just added some wedges of tomato, and these will give the color, give the oil a nice rich color. Sprinkle of black pepper will also add flavor. And at this point, if you want, you could add some liquid. I have a pot just over here with some yam and bananas being cooked, and I'll take a few spoons of that liquid and place in the pot and allow it to simmer for a few minutes. So this is what it looks like, and this, you notice the color from the tomatoes. It has leached into the liquid, and it is red and beautiful. When you go market and them say red up your aisle with the tomato, you know what I'm talking about. So this is ready for plating, but as we always do, we allow it to sit for a few minutes just to come together nicely, and then we go for the plating. All right, you will remember that I always use citrus fruits for garnishing seafood. So I have already sliced some oranges, and now I'm just gonna place the fish in, the salt mackerel into the plate, and then I'm gonna pour the liquid over it. Now it's important that you allow the citrus fruits to be served up with the fish, as this will take away that fishy smell, that taste that might be unpleasant after having the meal. So of course, and it adds so much color and character to the dish. So I'm placing all the fish steaks here, and then I'm gonna put the seasoning on top and then pour the liquid. Now you could use a stock or anything like that, but I prefer to use the liquid from the boiling bananas and yam. I'm just gonna put some slithers of sweet pepper, green sweet pepper in, so that it gives it a bit of color, and yes, it looks more attractive. Now we know that salt mackerel can be served up with just about anything. If it's breadfruit, boiled banana, yam, dumpling, fried or boiled, whatever you want to serve it up with. And as I said, it could be an ideal breakfast, brunch, lunch item, however you want. Here it is, beautiful and attractive. Now it is easy to prepare, and you could have used flaked fish instead of the steaks. So I'm gonna have breakfast now. So you try this dish and let us know how it worked out for you.